I help?
No, you're okay, thank you.
You have to have permission to take photographs or film.
I have permission, thank you.
Yeah, who do you have permission from?
Pardon?
Who do you have permission from?
The person I need to get permission from.
Okay. Can you tell me their details?
Sure. The starts with Article 10, finishes...
Welcome back, everyone. Today's case isn't a traditional courtroom showdown, but it absolutely captures the essence of law, rights, and power dynamics in action. What begins as a simple question, "Can I film here?" spirals into a heated legal and ethical confrontation between an auditor and UK police officers. Right from the start, we see Article 10 of the Human Rights Act, freedom of expression, invoked as a shield against authority. But what makes this encounter fascinating is how quickly the tone shifts from civil to confrontational, with officers refusing to identify themselves, threatening terrorism powers, and even attempting to misuse their position to demand ID. This is more than a clash of personalities. It's a live case study on civil liberties, public accountability, and the limits of police power. Stick around, because the deeper we go, the more questions arise. Are these officers protecting the public, or are they overreaching? And just how far can freedom of expression stretch before the state pushes back? Let's break this down.
Pull up to the reception, so this is actually part of the publicly accessible area. So if you want to follow your own signs, we'll follow your signs, and that's fine. And I'll stand here and carry on doing what I'm doing. Who are you?
Me?
Yeah.
Don't want to tell you.
Hey, exactly, there you go. You're going to try and give me orders, you don't even want to identify who you are.
Come with me.
No, I'm good. I'm good. You can...
Pose a terrorist risk.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Is that right?
If I seize that then.
You're going to seize this?
Yeah.
Things get very interesting. The auditor doesn't just throw around random phrases. He specifically cites Article 10, a cornerstone of the Human Rights Act. And he's right. Freedom of expression goes beyond words. It covers gathering and sharing information. That absolutely includes filming in public areas. Think about that. What he's doing isn't just allowed. It's a protected act. Yet, instead of acknowledging that right, the officers push back with vague restrictions. This clash sets up the heart of the conflict: legal knowledge versus institutional resistance. And as you'll see, it only escalates.
National Police Chiefs Council.
So what I'll do, if I take that, and then I'll review that, and then if there's any...
how about I show you the footage now?
Okay.
I've been here 5 minutes, alright, so I don't want you to see this, my only phone. Freedom of expression, freedom of the press.
So then I think...
Do you know what that means?
What's that guy doing?
Do you know the oath that you took to uphold your oath?
So I think, what's that guy doing? That's a bit odd.
So you're incriminating my right to silence and my right to privacy, is what you're saying?
I'm making sure that you're up to no good.
You're making sure that I'm up to no good?
Yeah.
You mean you're making sure that I'm not up to no good?
Yeah.
Or you're trying to find something? You're trying to make sure that I'm up to no good, so you're trying to find anything that you can, because I didn't like to want to answer your questions.
No. I'm making sure that you're here, so and you're not posing a threat to anyone. Okay. So hang on, stop. Okay. Right? So you're right. Those signs there says no access beyond the public.
At this point, am I being detained?
Hey?
Am I detained at the moment?
No.
Okay, so I'm not detained. All right. Then.
Not at the minute.
So you still haven't identified yourself. Seeing as you said you threatened to seize. Identify yourself, because you threatened to seize my phone. So let's go through the identification, prove that you have the power to do so.
Okay.
Andy McDonald, 2249. Is that constable? Or is that sergeant?
Constable.
Constable.
I
want to know, so I know how to make a complaint. And you are?
I'm Detective Constable Dodds.
You're Detective Constable Dodds.
I'm here with my colleague.
Perfect.
Listen, because we've had...
Have you got your warrant card with you?
Yeah,
please, in your plain clothes. Can I see it, please?
We're talking to you right now.
Yes, and if you're talking to me in your capacity, then you need to show me your warrant card. Did you guys learn nothing after Wayne Couzens? Nothing at all?
Just calm
No, because he's just threatened to seize my phone and accused me of being a terrorist.
No, I know, you put it on YouTube and it shows you access routes and all that lot. Take it to the court and they might decide...
You really think that would go to the courts? Mate, you would find yourself in civil litigation before you could say shit.
So we'd have a look at that, and if there's nothing on there, then happy days.
Yeah, you'll be the one up in court on civil litigation if you take my phone.
Then happy days will get returned to you.
Go for it.
But if not, then you'd be trespassing, you'd be ejected from the site for trespass.
Right.
But if you're staying in the public areas, have a good
you need to jog on, you need to go home.
Okay,
No,
I think you haven't even shown your warrant card, so you can keep your mouth shut. Keep your mouth shut. You're not even going to identify yourself.
So you can...
Well, I don't know, because you won't identify.
You can stay in the public
You're just another Wayne Couzens, aren't you?
You have a nice day in the...
So yeah, try not to murder anyone, try not to rape anyone, try not to take pictures of anybody in your care.
Enjoy yourself.
Try not to strip search any 14-year-old girls, is what you police like to do. Especially ones like you who refuse to identify.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Go on. Okay.
You won't even show your warrant card.
Taking pictures.
It's alright, you're gonna get an IOPC complaint.
Okay, no problem.
That's fine. Trying to abuse Terrorism Act. Considering there's a memo from the Chiefs Council.
BC2249 McDonald.
Yeah, I've got it all on camera, that's fine.
And we can show them the footage, that's cool.
Yeah, that's fine, I will show them footage. You're going to abuse your powers despite the memo.
You got any ID?
Pardon?
You got any ID?
Have you got any ID?
Yeah.
Thank you.
The refusal to identify is not a small issue. It's a massive red flag. Under PACE Code A, officers are required to identify themselves when exercising their powers. This isn't optional, it's law. Why does that matter? Because transparency prevents abuse. When an officer hides their identity, accountability disappears. And accountability is the bedrock of policing in a free society. This officer's refusal doesn't just undermine trust, it echoes some of the darkest failures in modern UK policing history. And when paired with threats, it becomes not only unprofessional, but potentially...
It's very kind of
Can I see
you.
yours then?
Pardon?
Have you got any ID to show me?
Well, you first.
Are you an officer?
Pardon?
You a police officer?
Well, I'm not answering any questions until you tell me who you are. So,
Head of
Stephen Smith, 6995, lovely. What's that, PC, DS, DC? Your rank?
Senior Manager, MB3.
Senior
Not a
Manager
policeman.
in Bacon.
I can't what you're saying.
Said, was that a constructive use of your time, vegan bacon?
What's vegan being?
You, fake cop. Fake
not a
pig.
fake cop.
Fake pig, you are. Come up and demand ID
You're
from...
recording this.
Yeah, come up and demand ID from people like you have some sort of authority. Not even the police have that authority, and yet you think you can do that. Can you stand up and be professional if you're going to address me as a police officer? And was I talking to you? I was talking to him.
I don't have to stand up, I can sit down, that's fine.
Well, then I'm just going to put my headphones back in and ignore you again.
We can have a conversation.
Right, there we go.
Stand up,
Thank
we can
you.
have a conversation. Look,
Right, if you're going to act as a police officer, act professional.
Let me give you a scenario, right? So let's say you go into Tesco's, which you would agree is publicly accessible for people to go shopping, yeah? For that purpose, would you agree in that?
Yeah.
And you did something in Tesco's, just for...
I can walk into Tesco to browse, I don't have to walk in there to shop.
Yeah,
I can walk in here to browse.
But let's say you did something in there that's causing people to feel uncomfortable and causing...
If there was a
See the classic escalation tactic, invoking terrorism legislation. But let's be clear, filming in public, even outside sensitive sites, does not automatically create grounds under Section 43 of the Terrorism Act. Reasonable suspicion is required. And suspicion isn't just a gut feeling, it must be based on concrete, articulable evidence. By threatening seizure without any real cause, the officer risks crossing into unlawful territory. And notice how quickly the auditor challenges this with references to the NPCC memo, which explicitly reminds officers not to misuse terrorism powers against lawful photography. This is not just a test of rights, it's a test of who actually understands the law.
Right, and to ask you to leave. And that's what we're doing. You can go onto the sort of out of the public.
So what if I stand there?
I think that would be fine. Yeah.
So what's the difference? So what's the difference between standing here and recording and there recording?
Because
pardon? Is it illegal to raise my voice?
No, but it's unnecessary.
Yeah.
Well, it's unnecessary for you to come and accost me, to be honest.
Well,
you've just said I can stand there and record, but I can't sit here and record.
This is private.
But there's
property.
no difference. There's no difference in the action, is there? It's still going to make them uncomfortable. So what's the difference?
I can't do anything about it. All I can do is ask you to leave the public.
Yeah, and that's what you can. Yeah, you can ask me, and I'll politely decline.
My job is to try, over and above like protecting the public and enforcing the law, is to try and if somebody's made me feel uncomfortable, is to try and address that and sort it out.
Right.
So that's what I've tried to do in this situation.
Okay.
If you just, we're going to go away now, and I've said I'd like to leave our property.
Right.
And I've given you a reasonable time of 10 minutes to do that. So we're going to leave now.
Okay. And what if I don't? What if I'm still here in 10 minutes?
Well, it's a civil matter, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we'll have to make a decision about how we want to deal with that.
And how would you? And what would you do?
I don't know. I haven't thought about it yet.
Hello, sir.
All right.
Well, I've asked one of our uniformed colleagues to come and speak to you, just to see if you engage differently with...
Where the auditor's frustration boils over. And frankly, who can blame him? The officer refuses to show a warrant card while simultaneously threatening serious action. Post-Wayne Couzens, public confidence in plainclothes officers is already at an all-time low. Demanding accountability here isn't paranoia, it's basic common sense. If an officer in plain clothes won't show ID, the situation becomes not just uncomfortable, but potentially dangerous. The auditor calls this out in blunt, even harsh language, highlighting exactly why transparency is more than a formality.
I've asked you to leave the curtilage of what we deem to be the private property, and we're giving you reasonable time in which to do that. And I'll just reiterate that the reason why we've asked you to leave is because we've had complaints that your behaviour is making people feel uncomfortable.
Well,
Notice I've rephrased it there, that I'm not, not using the word distress, which you took a perception to, and I wouldn't, that's not what's been reported. It's made people feel uncomfortable.
Okay, so now your job is for 3 constables to stand around and try and try to enforce people's discomfort and feelings over the law.
I've explained. I'm going to go now.
You're going to go.
If you feel uncomfortable about 3 people being here, that's fine. And
it doesn't matter if there are 10 people here.
We're trying a different approach to see whether that's
What's this, PC
agreeable with you.
137. P3 137. I'll suggest just get in your car and drive away. You're not going to get any more response out of me than they are.
That's absolutely fine.
The uniform does not intimidate me any more than your plain clothes does. Oh, is it not? No. That's funny.
People feel more comfortable.
Yeah. Funny that, because the psychology behind it says different. If you actually look at Ash's studies from the 70s, his studies on compliance and uniform actually state the opposite.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I'm actually a psychologist. So
okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, like you said, you sort of intimated that you took exception to there being three police officers here. So I'm going to leave because
go for it. You do what you want to do.
More to say to you, but yeah, we'll leave you in colleagues' capable hands. All right.
I love that. Detective sergeant's got to get a PC to handle his dirty work.
Look, I just want to make you as comfortable as possible, so I'll introduce myself as PC 137. I've had no idea as to what this incident is about. What's going on here?
Well, I'm sure they've just informed you of that over at the car when you were stood there talking for 10 minutes.
Well, I've got a rough idea, but I'd like to hear it from you. As I say, I'm completely unbiased.
I'm here minding my own business and I come and get accosted by 2 constables.
Okay. Any reason police station compared to anywhere else?
Because we pay for it and I can.
Okay, that's fair enough. It is a public property, isn't it?
Thank you very much. If only they knew that.
What I'll say is that obviously the inquiry office isn't open. So
yeah, I know. I already tried to go in there. Yeah.
Have a chat. They do close at 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
I just want to make you aware that I'm not suggesting that you will at all, but certainly we have had cars damaged here in the past, and that's why when we see somebody sat here with a camera, just sometimes people don't have...
Police staff, not sworn officers, begin demanding ID. But here's the legal problem. They have zero authority to do so. This isn't a gray area. It's a misuse of position, plain and simple. Demanding ID when you have no legal grounds is an intimidation tactic designed to make people comply out of fear, not law. And when the auditor pushes back, it exposes just how shaky their position really is. It raises troubling questions about training and whether staff are being taught the limits of their authority or encouraged.
Particularly because we work in a role where a lot of people don't necessarily...
I wouldn't bring your vehicle to work then if you're that worried about it.
But obviously we've got to get here somehow.
Yeah, you can cycle it. You can get public transport. You can get public. If you don't live in Huntingdon, you can get public transport to Huntingdon and then walk or cycle it. There are options. If you're that uncomfortable and that concerned about your vehicles at your place of work because of the role that you do, and the mitigating factor is the fact that you know the risks of the role that you take when you sign up for the job. That onus is on you.
Okay, that's fair enough.
Simple as that.
Do you have any further plans this evening? Is that something you want?
Why, you want to take me for dinner?
No, not at all.
No?
I'm just generally trying.
I won't eat you out of house and home.
Oh really?
No. Just the Mackies will do me.
No worries. Are you planning on being here long at all?
As long as it takes.
As long as it takes to what though? What is your intention?
Finish my objectives.
And what is your objectives out of interest?
Private.
They might be private. I'm interested
Yeah.
because you've definitely got obviously my interest right now. So I just want to know what your objectives are.
Fair enough. And you're allowed to have those interests.
Have you got friends coming to join with you with your objectives, or?
I'm sorry, I've seen a bug go down my top. Oh. Sorry.
You got any friends coming down to join you? Or anything?
No, I don't have any friends. Billy no mates me.
Oh,
I know, it's sad, isn't it? You want to be my mate?
I don't know. Yeah.
No. Didn't think so.
If I'm honest.
If I, outside of work, sat outside, say, your home address on the public highway and sat with a camera facing your address, would you feel comfortable?
No, but this isn't your home address, isn't anybody's home address.
No, but
if you did it at my place of work...
Technology is a perfect example of flawed reasoning. Comparing a taxpayer-funded police station to a private supermarket is like comparing apples to bricks. It just doesn't work. Tesco can enforce private rules. A police station cannot override public rights without lawful grounds. Uncomfortable feelings from staff don't amount to criminal conduct, nor do they justify removal. What's fascinating here is how quickly officers retreat into the language of comfort instead of law. And that's the tell. When authority figures abandon legal justification and lean on emotional discomfort, you know their legal footing is...
hours a week and are forced to live these days. You know, people tend to do 45 to 50-hour weeks, and they spend most of their time at work. So that is the case for the majority of the population in this country. So you're not alone in that. I do sympathise, but yeah, you're not alone in that. But again, this isn't a place of residence.
Would you not
it is publicly funded. No, I'm quite comfortable here.
We are going to obviously conclude this conversation. We're going to get on our way.
Cool.
Yeah.
I mean, you should have done that a good 25 minutes ago, but all
The
right.
only thing I will ask from me is I understand that this camera is facing the police station. I understand I can't make you turn it another way. You obviously know your law, and that's brilliant because a lot of people don't, and you know your rights. But what I would just ask, as a request from me to you, is just that you're not filming any number plates in specific vehicles. And as I say, that's only because of the concerns which I've raised, and it's a request, it's not me telling you.
Yeah, the only one that I've got that will probably make the footage is the one that came and reported to you, just because I want her number plate to be able to make her a complaint. You'll see she didn't identify, so...
You can make that complaint and share that with the complaints authority in relation to, obviously, the number plate, but publicly broadcasting it, is that really fair on her right to her private life as well? The only reason I ask this, because officers and non-officers, civilians, etc., are being traced by their cars, by their names, etc., through social media, everywhere else, and then there's issues outside their addresses. I'm not saying that's your intent, but people might get, obviously, on board and then get a bit aggy over it and actually challenge those officers outside their
Have you ever
houses.
seen the police interceptor programs and all those sorts of things? Number plates are all over them.
Yeah, that's
all over.
Blurred, actually.
Only the ones that are the direct subject of the stop. Right. All the other ones in passing, around the police stations, around the roads, they're all visible. I've looked at it.
Okay.
Is that including their private vehicles they drive?
Yeah. You're recording me now, I should imagine.
Indeed, and I've informed you of that.
Only just now.
At the start, I said...
He said he switched it on. He said he switched the video on.
I don't remember. Yeah, I don't remember that. I will check back on that. And if you haven't, and only because you said that you did, but if you haven't, I am going to submit a formal complaint. Usually I just tell you and try to get you to know.
And as I say, my collar's 137 if you wish to.
But yeah, I don't remember you saying that. But fair enough if you did. If you did, then, fair enough. But,
out of interest, we're going to go anyway. Yeah. But out of interest, who are you filming for and what? Is it Facebook or social media?
For myself.
I assume you're live streaming.
No.
I'd just like to watch it back, that's all.
No, I'm not live streaming. No.
Where's it been posted then?
You'll find it.
I don't.
You'll find it. It's not going to be difficult to find. I don't name it some bizarre thing.
Cambridgeshire Police Headquarters, I'm guessing.
Yeah, it'll have something like that in the title, or I usually tag the location. It will come up.
All I ask is, can you stay away from out of the car parks, please?
Maybe. We'll see.
Okay. And the reason saying, staying out the car parks, as I did say, we have had damage caused to our vehicles, etc.
But you got me on body camera. You've had a long conversation with me. If any damage happens, I'll be your first suspect.
So it's not wandering around the car park. So I noticed obviously you've got a bag on your back as well. You may end up being subject of a search.
Search for what? What would you be looking for?
Items going equipped, obviously cause damage.
Okay. What section is that going equipped?
Section 1 of PACE.
Okay. Fair enough. I mean,
uniform officers stepping in, not because of a crime, but because the plainclothes team failed to establish authority. What this encounter reveals is crucial. Knowing your rights isn't just helpful, it's essential. The auditor successfully defends his freedom of expression, while officers struggle with accountability, transparency, and proper application of the law. The bigger question is this: should members of the public be forced to fight this hard just to exercise a basic right? If you found this case as eye-opening as we did, hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more jaw-dropping legal breakdowns and courtroom drama.